Welcome to Alert, Authentic Lived Experience, Real Talk. You are very, very welcome. Today we have Pat.
Hi.
Nick.
Hello.
Ronnie. And I'm Louise. We are going to start our podcast with a question. And the question today is, nobody knows who I'm going to, I haven't told you, have I? Right, the question is, do you envy people who can drink without getting into trouble or losing control? And I'm going to come to Ronnie first of all, please.
Yeah, we all know how I feel, don't I? Like, I was all right for 1 or 2 points. Well, probably 3 points. 3 points was like my limit, and then all bets were off then. Like, I could go to the pub after work and have 2 points and drive home, and I would be fine. Anything over 3 and all bets were off, I'd get what we used to call the death ring from my ex-partner. As soon as my phone rings, I'd be like, oh, sack that off. As soon as I'd had 3, I would be doing stupid things. And I used to look round and people used to be doing stuff like that. They'd go straight home after 2 or 3 points and they'd be like, they got commitments and I've got this, that and the other. But I wouldn't. I never would. Like, as soon as I've had more than three beers, that's it, all bets are off. I'm on my beer scooter, I've got a ticket to the highway and away I go. And I used to look at other people and think, I didn't get it, what's the point? If you're not heading for oblivion, don't have any at all.
Oh, okay.
It's true. I wouldn't. I'd say. Like I say now I'm in recovery. That I used to say before, I like 2 or 3 beers. But if I liked 2 or 3 beers, I would have stopped, wouldn't I? And I never did. And I have to own that shit now. But back in the day, I used to say I'll have a couple of beers and that. But I would have a couple of beers after work and then pick up 8 on the way home. So it wasn't the 2 or 3 beers that I was aiming for. It was the mind altering and let's get right, normally oblivion for me.
Oblivion,
yeah. That's where I used to always end up. Like, I'd say I only wanted a few. If I had 4 beers in my fridge at 9:30 and I thought I might be staying up to 11, I'd have to run around the corner shop and get 8 just in case. There might only be, I could wake up in the morning, there could be 11 beers in my fridge. But at 10 o'clock, if I'd only got like 3 or 4 left, I'd have to go and get another 8. And I might only drink 1 of the 4 that I had left. But the thought of not having that beer in the fridge, if I wanted to have it, just used to fill me with fear, and that I'd get taxis or whatever, or walk the dog to a far off garage and that to get it. So yeah, I did used to envy people. In fact, let's get right, I probably still do envy people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just look, my life's brilliant and I love it and I wouldn't change anything about it, but you know, look, I still look at some people and think, oh, I wish I could do that. But I know I can't. And I know that I'm the person that if I did drink, like, all bets would be off and my life would turn to shit straight away. So it's never going to be good for me. And let's get it right, I didn't enjoy just having 2 or 3 beers. So yeah, if I could have drunk 2 or 3 beers, I'd probably still be out in the madness now. But it wouldn't be madness, would it? Because it'd be just 2 or 3 beers and I'd be going home.
So that brings me to, I need to just ask another question and I'm going to come to you afterwards, Nick. So what are they getting out of it though? So these people that you envy, what do you think that they're getting that you're not, other than the obvious, which is a physical alcoholic drink or substance? What are they getting then? What's the envy? What are they getting, do you think?
If you remember back to when you used to drink, there was no better feeling than 3 or 4 points in, where you got that little relaxed feeling, you started to chill out and all your worries started to disappear and but I never stopped after that.
Yeah.
I used to get to that point, if I could just have 2 or 3 beers and then and get that relaxing, warm feeling.
Okay. So the envy is the feeling. So you think that these people have got a feeling, and that's the envy.
Yeah,
right.
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah, but I didn't. Once I got to that stage, I couldn't stop then.
Yeah.
So that's me.
Yeah. Thank you, Ronnie. Thank you. Right then, Nick. Same question to you. Do you envy people who can drink without getting into trouble or losing control?
No, I don't envy them because now I'm in recovery and I'm okay. I feel as though if somebody can go out and have a few beers, good luck to them. So no, I don't envy them. I've never really envied anybody like that because I wished I was like that. And for a while, in my early drinking, I mentioned it before, I could kind of drink at times 2 or 3 pints and then go home and stuff. I did do that.
Yeah, there were times when you did that.
There was times, but my drinking got over a lot of years out of control and started trying other substances and, so... No, I don't envy anybody that drinks and enjoys themselves with it because, if they're not doing themselves any harm, good luck to them. I did it for 40 years, so why should I start envying them? No, I'm cool with people who drink. Equally, if somebody starts to drink like I do, and I know a couple of people that are struggling with that kind of thing, I'd like to help them. I really would. So there is a scenario where, and we know it, somebody comes and offers I've got a problem, I want some help. That's fine, but they've got to ask me. I'm not going to go and say, oh, by the way, you're an alcoholic. You've got a problem. That's not down to me. That's down to them. If they've got a problem, and I've got a friend who's got a relative who they've asked me a couple of times, and this guy's not reached out to me yet, and that's fine. He has to reach out to me, but no, I don't envy them at all.
So you don't envy people who can drink without getting into trouble or use substance without getting into trouble or losing control. No. You're cool with what they do. You've got no problem with it.
I've got respect for them in terms of, I know plenty of people out there, lots of friends still. We talk on other podcasts about changing our friendship groups, and that's important. We do that, but in the same breath, it's nice to go out with the lads, go to the football with them, go to the pub with them, and just spend a bit of social time with them. And the nice thing is now I can do it without being the one who's drunk.
Yeah, and it's good that you feel like that, because obviously you've got a circle of friends and you all go to the.
And there's a respect from me. A lot of people say to me, really respect the fact you don't drink. Well, Nick, it's good. Yeah. How long is it? And we have a conversation about it. And people are really pleasant and really supportive. Brilliant. So good. No problems at all.
Thank you very much, Nick. Thank you. Patrick, same question to you. Do you envy people who can drink without getting into trouble or losing control?
Do I now? Probably not.
No? So you're 3 years in to your recovery?
Yeah, so do I now? Probably not. Well, I'd say definitely not, to be fair. Probably not. Because drinking holds no appeal to me now. While I was drinking and drugging and getting myself into all sorts of situations, and then waking up 3 days later, then I'd envy them.
Yeah.
I'd envy them. Yeah. When the realisation hit and the darkness hit, and I think, oh, I'm gonna get this one's worse than ever. How am I gonna get away with this one? Why can't you just be like other people? Why can't you just drink like him? And the person I was pointing at, I look at him now. You did drink like him. He just drank like you. He just didn't do the stupid things. But yeah, so I don't envy. No, I don't. I have no envy at all. That doesn't mean to say it doesn't flash across me every now and again, from just the back of my mind to the front of my mind, and it just disappears as soon as it comes. And that for me, that's allowed. That's residue of old thoughts and old behaviours. You're going to have them, aren't you?
So my question is the same then. So what have they got that you want, maybe, with that flash?
They haven't. It's a flash, and I can't control it. I can't stop it. It's my first thought. And I don't know if you've done it on the podcast yet, you have no control over your first thought. Scientifically proven, there is no control over that first thought. That force, your subconscious is faster than your conscious. Your conscious will not stop that thought coming through. So yeah, they're just kind of just flashes across the mind. I have no control over them. That's like sometimes I used to think I was having an urge. Wasn't. It was just a flash, it was just a voice. I had to forgive that first thought. Sometimes I have first thoughts about doing harm to people. My motto when I get up in the morning is do no harm. But that thought will come, because I spent years with those thoughts, and those thoughts were, I thought, protecting me, and maybe at the time, some of the time they were. So I don't class that as envy. I just class that as a flash across, because really I have no desire to be anywhere near the person I used to be, the life I used to have, the life I used to lead, and the dark thoughts that used to go through in my mind. So even if it was ever to come across, even as that flicker, the rest of it just far outweighs any envy I could ever have for anyone. But at the time when I was doing it, I really envied them. Really? I could cause a fire in an empty house if I was drunk enough. And I wouldn't mean to. I wouldn't even know what I said. Trouble is, I'd never know what I said. So I just say things, because you may have noticed I used to go to 7-second memory, and I'll drift off and I'll drop into a conversation all of a sudden, and it was totally inappropriate, but I wouldn't know I said that. And all of a sudden the biggest guy in the pub's really annoyed with me. Oh dear. So envy, no, you can have it, you can keep it, you can drink it all. You can have my portion, my previous life's portion, and my next life's portion. Just don't. I don't want anything to do with it anymore at all whatsoever.
Okay. So there's no envy for you?
No.
No envy for people that can drink without getting into trouble or losing control. Okay. Same question to me then. So, do I envy people who can drink without getting into trouble or losing control? No, I don't envy them at all. There are some, I don't know how to I don't like the term normal drinkers. I don't believe that anybody's a normal drinker. I think you're just at a different stage. I think you're taking a risk, no matter how little you're drinking. I think it's a risk because we don't choose when we lose control. Nobody pressed the button, did they? Yeah, we never went, oh, yeah, today's the day that I'm not going to have control. So I think they're all taking a risk. So there's no envy. There's actually, I probably feel a little bit sorry for some people who are drinking that half a bottle of wine on a Friday and waking up feeling rotten on a Saturday. Trying to control their drinking, trying to just have one. And then, every time it feels like every time I say to somebody that I don't drink, they tell me then how much they don't drink, It's true. So there's no envy there at all for me. I'm just really glad that I don't, and I actually wish that for other people. I wish that we could kind of reverse the brainwashing. That right, you're a certain age now. Right, we're not going to buy you dandelion and burdock anymore. You're 14, you can have an Alco pop. I want to reverse all of that. I want it to stop. So there's no way that I would ever envy anybody that is drinking even half a glass of what for? Like, what have they got that what have they got that I can't have? Like, I've got something really precious to me, which is that I've got my courage back. I stopped drinking. I had no courage left in me. Stopped drinking, and day by day, action by action, because it's not just about, courage isn't a feeling, it's action. Keep doing the work, keep showing up, building my confidence, building my self-esteem. And I have this, I suppose I feel powerful now, if that makes sense, because I have control over my actions, true control. Don't get me wrong, there are days obviously where, sometimes we all might feel a little bit ill or we get a cold, but it's nothing to how bad I used to feel when I was ill before. Nothing, when I was drinking and a cold hit me, it would hit me hard, but now it kind of comes and goes. These ailments come and go. And that's because I'm healthy, because I'm not poisoning myself a little bit. Alcohol is a poison. Why would I be envious of somebody that only poisoned themselves a little bit on a Friday night? I'm not. I feel for them, and I wish that they could find what I found, which is peace and courage. And it takes work. It's daily work. Life is not perfect for any of us, is it? But my mindset is in my control because I don't pick up substances anymore. My mindset's in my control. So there's no way I'd envy somebody, like I said, who was poisoning themselves just a little bit on a Friday night.
Quite interesting what you say, because you use that word envy. I've had times in my recovery where I feel sorry for people because I see them in a really bad state. Yeah. And I look at them and I say, I used to be like that. And I see somebody that's had too much to drink, or see somebody that's struggling, or see someone that's clearly not in a good place, rolling around, and I actually feel sorry for them. But in some ways, and I don't know, it's whilst I feel sorry for them, I'm so pleased I'm not like that anymore. I really feel good about myself for not being the class clown that's the one that's rolling about on the floor, or being sick in the corner or something like that. So I think it's a positive sort of step in recovery that you actually feel as though, well, if I was drinking all the time, that's where I'd be now. Well, if I wasn't dead, I'd be rolling around and making myself look a fool and being sick and, and soiling myself and dirtying my jeans and falling over and doing all the things you do when you've had a drink or you've taken substance.
The thing is, I think it's important to say there's no judgment to anybody that is poisoning themselves either regularly or a lot. There's no judgment. There's only compassion, and a wish that they could find sobriety, abstinence, recovery, whatever you want to call it. I just wish that for people. But again, it's not my life to live. I've got my own life to live, and I'll kind of stay in my own lane and do my own thing. And anybody who is struggling out there, or if you know somebody who's struggling, don't judge them, put your arms around them, try and figure it out, talk to them. Instead of judging them and laughing at them, talk to them, like they're a human being. Stop telling them what they shouldn't do and start asking them how they're feeling, what you can do to support them, and they might not want to talk, they might want to listen, but I think it's just important that we really focus on compassion, because I'm big on that. It's not about saying I'm better than you because I don't touch any substances, or I'm better than you because I've been sober longer than you. It's about none of that. It's about us humans being kind to other humans and helping them, and hopefully educating them a little bit, showing them that you can have a good time, you can have a good laugh going out and not picking up any substance.
Same for Nick, but I'm glad that you're right to say that you're glad that that's not you, because you're allowed to do that as well, because that was us. That all of it, all of the antics, all of the what's it, and I like the compassion bit. Don't like the word I feel sorry for, but I'd rather have concern or worry, but I know we all mean the same thing. It's just vocabulary. I know, because I know what you mean. I know you very well, and I know exactly what the word you were struggling for when you we just settle on the word that was in our head in the end because we can't find it. But I have concern and worry about people. I've got a few people in my inbox now. I've got a few people across my social medias. I just wish that, and I hope that it's not just people with suffering with addiction that watch this podcast. Just because the idea of the podcast, a lot of it is to break some of the stigmas, to break some of the barriers for people getting treatment. So it comes from your point there with the compassion. And I would advise anybody to show our podcast first, but others, because you don't get this kind of talk. This is from the viewpoint of lived experience. We say as we are, we make mistakes, we might stutter on our podcast, we might do all of those things, because we're real people, we've got real stories, and we give you real talk, and we'll give it you from our point of view. You don't have to agree with it, but I've had a good response from it. Same as when I came into recovery, I had a far more positive response from the people around me than I expected. I had them telling me, right, if you're not drinking, Patrick, we're not letting you. Come in this pub, we'll knock the point out your hand. That's the kind of level of support I got, which surprised the life out of me, because I was expecting a bit of ridicule. I was expecting to have more fights sober than I did drunk, for people taking a piss because I was sober. But but there's the compassion bit. So the more people that get it, the more the message gets out there, the better for me.
Yeah.
I think we've all had the pleasure of having compassion now. I think as part of our, especially my early recovery.
What do you mean, receiving compassion?
Yeah,
when you're recovering?
Yeah, we've had received the lived experience scenario. So we're now giving compassion to others who are struggling, and we're trying to help others. And I think I personally, in my early recovery, got a lot of that. Ronnie, when I was using still, Ronnie took me everywhere. He looked after me because he knew I wanted to get well, but I wasn't getting well. And you guys, when you were working in the early days of my recovery, you were there and you showed so much compassion and so much love and so much support and so much. You never judged me. You never told me off. You never told me I couldn't do anything. None of you did. All you did was help me. All you did was there for me. And if I did pick up, because I did pick up, certainly with Ronnie, I picked up. You didn't tell me off. You just said, come on, you know you've done wrong, go again. The patience was unbelievable, and I think, I'm proud to say I can do that with other people now. And we all do that with other people. And this podcast is about that, because we are helping other people. And the community that I'm in a lot of the time is doing that. And I'm proud of being involved in that as well. Good. Because we just want we want people well. We want people to be away from addiction, because addiction's horrible and we want it away. So, you know, that's where I'm at with it all.
Right then, so to wrap up then, guys, okay, because I'll get us back to the question, do you envy people who can drink without getting into trouble or losing control? So I obviously finished on saying, why would I envy somebody that's poisoning themselves just a little bit? Yeah, answer's no, I don't at all. And I feel like you're kind of nodding in agreement.
It's right, no, it is correct. Why would I envy, why would I envy somebody that has something that I no longer want?
Yeah, you don't want it.
I don't think I wanted it in the past, but I kind of needed it. That's a whole other story. But I have poisoned myself a little, poisoned myself a lot. I couldn't envy anyone that poisoned themselves a little anyway, because I couldn't see the point. I'm the same as Ronnie. We used to go all or nothing, flat out all or nothing. Yeah. There was no point. I wasn't drinking because this is the non-alcoholic. I wasn't drinking because I liked the taste. I was drinking for one reason, and one reason only, changed the way I feel. And then drink more to change it even further. And then drink more to change it even further. Then take more substances, whether it's ecstasy, cocaine, whatever it was, whatever was knocking about, MDMA, magic, anything I could do. But I had to say more and more and more. So why would I envy someone that drinks a little or uses a little when I know that if I was doing the same, I'd be back exactly where I was and I'd lose everything. I've got a nice life.
There you go, you've got a nice life. Brilliant. That's it. Ronnie, can I finish with you, please? Can you wrap this up for us?
Yeah, so what my thoughts on it have changed a little bit, because as I heard the question, I also heard it as, have you ever envied anybody? And my head went straight away to, when I was in the madness, I envy people, because why wouldn't I? People are going out and not causing mayhem, not causing carnage, and not destroying families. So I would. But from the way the questions right now, listening to other people's opinions, that looks to me like a grey area drinker, what I'd call a grey area drinker, somebody that drinks a little bit, sometimes often, sometimes not. And in my opinion now, listening to that, it's like nothing, it has no positives, does it? So I can still do everything that person does without drink, and I wouldn't drink again because it has negative effects on me and my life, and I've got freedom now, so I don't have to worry about, if I had 3 points, I can't drink, I can't drive, I can't do this, I've got my freedom back now. I used to envy them back in the day, and I thought I did still, until I realised the freedom that I've got now. And by hearing you all talking about what you're saying, my head went straight back to my addict head. Yeah, I'd love to have 3 points because they'll get that warm, fluffy feeling. But I just thought, I never could have that. But now, listening to it now, no, I don't. And I think that people out there that are like grey area drinkers, people that are questioning their relationship with alcohol, I'd say to them, just give it a whirl. Just go without it for a month or two and see how you go. It has no positive benefits to you, does it? Like, I can still do everything that a drinker can do and enjoy myself exactly the same, but I don't have a hangover. Like, now you've said it like this, I don't put poison in my body. I don't try and kill myself on a daily basis, even if it is a little bit of poison. So I just say, no, I don't envy them now, because obviously when you put it in like layman's terms like that, there's no positive effects of it, and I can still do everything they do. But it doesn't cost me a fortune, and I'm not destroying stuff. So, no, I've changed my mind now. I'm really glad I finished on you, Ronnie. Yeah, look, it doesn't enhance your life, no, it doesn't, all right? Because we believe it doesn't enhance our life. All, no. So, brilliant. Okay, so thank you for listening to us today. Thank you for watching. If you're watching, if you could like, subscribe and comment, we would very much appreciate that. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye.